so many fun matchups for him. So I can't wait to see where it goes.
Absolutely.
Just to backtrack, we both picked Daru East and we both picked Chandler. So the only other thing is that you and I picked a prelim fight on this card, which was the Shevchenko and the Andrea Lee, which we both got wrong. So we both went 3-3 on this card. That was a fun fight too.
Oh, I'm still better.
That's fair. Yeah, probably. That's fine. I would love to argue with you, but you know, it is what it is.
How the hell are you with Shevchenko and you lose? Shame on you. Shame on you. Some bullshit.
She's definitely not her sister, and I hate that we have to. That she's always going to be compared to her sister. I kind of hate that for her because her sister is just a different animal.
I don't. Your sister's Shevchenko. Just that's awesome.
I didn't realize Antonina Shevchenko is 36 years old.
Damn.
So she's the older sister because Valentina's 33.
Yeah, that's not old, ladies. That's still a young age.
No, yeah, okay.
Jeez.
But moving on. You're not wrong.
Anyway, well, not unfortunately, we've got a UFC Fight Night coming up this weekend. It's got Cody Garbrandt and Font on it. It's gonna be a cool little 135 action for you. I think it'll be a fun fight. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't speak to most of the rest of the card. It looks like it's gonna be another fight night. You know, I think it could be a sleeper. There's some names on it that, you know, I don't really know, but this is their opportunity to shine. You know, I'll probably still check out most of the highlights, and it could shape up to be a good card. You know, this is how some of these cards have gone this year.
Yeah, we say that every time we have a card that doesn't have many names on it, but all the cards this year so far have been pretty good. This one is probably going to be pretty good. I'm going to be missing this one. I've got plans this weekend, going down to Panama City. So I'm happy to talk about a few of these. And there's one undercard fight or preliminary fight I think you and I would love to talk about. But I mean, let's just start at where most people are really going to be looking at, and that's Rob Font versus Cody Garbrandt. What do you think in that one?
I'm gonna, you know, I kind of like Font in this one. I like Garbrandt. Oh man, I always mess his name up. I'm sorry, Cody. I always mess your name up, but I like his style. But I really like Font. I actually do remember the Marlon Moraes fight that he had last year. Yeah, late of last year in December. I caught a glimpse of that one. For something like there was something on SportsCenter had come on and they showed it. And it was a pretty good fight, actually. I ended up watching the highlights of it. So I kind of like him in it.
Yeah, he's on a 3-fight win streak. Rob Font's not. I mean, he's a good fighter. I mean, he's got a win over the Bellator champion, which is Sergio Pettis. Only loss is coming to Rafael Sunsao, John Lineker, Pedro Munoz, and then one very early in his career. He looked really good against Marlon Moraes. I think Garbrandt is he's good. I think he has a tendency to, if he's going to lose, he's going to get caught and get knocked out. And Rob has some heavy hands.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that one.
So, yeah, I'm actually going to go Garbrandt because I need something to set me apart in our picks. And I'm going to take Garbrandt.
Oh, okay. Well, you like losing. That's weird. Anyways.
We all have our quirks. Okay?
Okay, losing is not a quirk. It's a shamefulness. Shameful of you, young man.
It's a lifestyle. We got Jan and Carla. Is this a number one contenders match in that division? That's Carla at number 4, Jan at number 3. Winner gets Rose.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It's gonna be a tough one.
I personally want to see Carla win because I want to see her and Rose rematch. But Jan 13-1, only loss coming back in 2010.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I can go tell you, I can't go with somebody that the nickname is the Cookie Monster. So we're gonna go with Jan.
That's a fair reason. Jan does have a win over Karolina Kowalkiewicz, who she's a really good fighter in her own respect. So I'm good. I'm going with Jan here as well. Nothing wrong with Carla Esparza. I just never was really a huge fan of hers. I have no reason as to why.
It's the Cookie Monster to you.
I mean, at least you have a reason. I just don't.
The Cookie Monster.
Huh.
I can't wait.
Go ahead.
I can't wait for them to call her down. They're gonna be like, Carla, the Cookie Monster.
I mean, that ain't near as bad as Caitlin Chikagian's nickname. Did you happen to hear what it was?
No, I did not actually.
Blonde Fighter.
Original.
Yeah, she needs an I in her name. Let's just call it what it is. Well, next we have Justin Tafa, who is 4-2, taking on Jared Vandera, who is 11-5.
Barn burner there, eh?
Yeah. Couple of things. Jared Vandera does not have a Wikipedia page. Justin Tafa does.
So you're going Tafa.
Tafa was 3-0 when he entered the UFC. He is now 1-2. I'm just trying to give you as much information as you need because I don't know who any of these people are.
All right. I'm going Jared Vandera.
Okay, sure. I will take Justin Tafa specifically because he has a Wikipedia page. Someone cared enough about this guy to make him a Wikipedia page. I'm taking him.
Okay, yeah. Loser.
You can't lose when someone has a Wikipedia page.
You can too, and you're about to.
All right, I guess we'll see. Whatever.
Hey, $10. I have a better record than you.
At the end of this event?
Yes, $10.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Deal.
Done. Easy $10.
Oh boy. Well, may not be able to eat this weekend when we go to Panama City. Felicia Spencer taking on Norma Dumont Vienna.
Norma Dumont, the immortal Norma, and the phenom Felicia. I'm gonna go Spencer on this one.
Are you now?
She's on a 2-fight loss streak. Well, I mean technically a 1 if you don't count the underground submission. But
her last loss was against Amanda Nunes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a featherweight fight. We don't even have so we're still doing women's featherweight fights?
I don't know why.
Why are we even doing these? They're trying to get more challengers for Amanda, I guess.
They're going to end up having to do a handicap match where there's like 3-on-1. Actually, it's going to be 4-on-1, and if 4 of you can beat Amanda Nunes, then you guys go to tag team, and then whatever tag team wins, then you go 1-on-1 for the championship. But I still would put my money on Nunes knocking all 4 of them out.
Oh yeah, well, we can't debate that. I think I'm going to go Vienna. She's 4-1. I'm sorry, 5-1. Only loss is to Megan Anderson. She recently beat Ashley Evans Smith. So I'm gonna go Vienna here.
Okay, well, you know what? I pick people that beat Megan Anderson. So easy Spencer on this one.
If you say so. If I'm being completely honest here, I don't know who either of them are, so I don't really know.
Well, it's okay. Can you tell me who the next 2 are at the 125? And David Dorvac and Pavia?
No, I can't. I have no clue who they are. I thought that was David Dobrik.
Oh, that is David Dobrik. That's not David. Wait, that's the YouTuber. You dirty SOB. You got me on that one. You got me.
I will. All right, so I don't even know how to pronounce this person's name. Raleigh Paiva, whatever. They're 20-3. 2 losses in the UFC are to Kai Kara France by split decision, and then a doctor's stoppage to Rogerio Bontorin. So that's a pretty good record.
The other guy has never lost in the UFC. He's only had 2 fights. He hasn't lost since 2012.
Oh, and he's 19-3. Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Undertaker on this one.
This might actually be a pretty good scrap right here. This is an underrated fight, probably, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be. Beating Espinoza and Silva, and Pavi is beating Megalov and De La Rosa.
So I'm actually going to take Paiva here because I think he's faced better competition. He's lost that better competition, but I think that will make him stronger. And I think he'll come off a little bit better off of that.
That's cool. I'm taking the Undertaker. It's gonna. $10 is gonna be in my pocket.
Yeah, this one fight ain't gonna be the reason for it, probably.
So. Yeah, it is. It is. Trust me.
Okay.
Just trust me on this one.
I think that's a sleeper for fight tonight. I think everyone needs to keep an eye on that fight. I do know these next two, Jack Hermansson and Edmund Shabazian. I've got Hermansson by decision on this one. I think he's too seasoned and a little bit more. I just think he's a little bit better fighter right now. I think Shabazian's still too young.
See, I'm gonna take Edmund on this one because I think the same, but I think for the opposite reason. I think that Edmund's youngness is gonna kind of take him in this. That loss to Derek Brunson, he was probably upsetting for him. Because he had to focus so long on trying to fight Derek Brunson. I mean, he had 3 fights canceled with him before he finally fought him. And he's also had a cancellation with this Hernandez fight already once. So, which it really wasn't canceled. They just pushed it, right?
Yeah, nothing ever came out about what happened. It was supposed to be on the card this past weekend. I think they moved it to the one this weekend due to just to bolster the card a little bit because you can see the name value's kind of low.
It did say bout rescheduled due to COVID-19 protocols, huh?
Maybe it was okay.
Anyways, so I mean he's getting a lot. He got a lot of these canceled bouts. I think he's ready to get a good win under his belt. I think this Hermansson win will be a big one for him.
I definitely think if he does win, that would be huge for him. I don't know if he's there yet. He's only 23 years old. I'm going to go Hermansson. But I do like Edmund, and I think he is a future star.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep an eye on that one. That's actually a really good fight, too. That's actually going to be a very entertaining fight. That's it for the main card, though. There is one fighter on the preliminaries that I know that you would just absolutely love. He's a Russian lightweight. Damir Ismagulov, I believe is how it's pronounced. Probably not. Probably completely wrong. But I know you love your Russian fighters. This guy is, according to Wikipedia, 19-1. Tapology has him at 22-1. Either way, he's got a lot of wins with 1 loss. I think that's someone that I know that you will definitely want to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I mean, he hasn't lost since 2015. Man, that's pretty wild.
By the way, he is 3-0 in the UFC in his last win, which was in 2019. This actually is something we've seen with some of the Russian fighters who haven't got to fight since 2019, probably due to fighting later in that year, having trouble getting a bout scheduled and getting out of the country. So due to COVID restrictions, it's just kind of is what it is. But his last win, he beat Thiago Moises, who is scheduled to fight Islam Makhachev.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm looking at M1. Have you ever heard of M1 Global? It's like a it's a Russian. But
yeah, that is I think the premier Russian MMA league. If you look at Damir over on Wikipedia, I look at the notes